Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome to this month's Mix It Up Monday Hop. This is a social media hop where a bunch of crafters share projects that mix it up. So it's hosted every month by Anna from Peacecraft Love and Kimberly from I'd Rather Be Scrapbooking. We take a scrapbook sketch and then, as I said before, mix it up using different types of mixed media. So for mine, I am sticking kind of to my favorite type of mixed media, which is the misting sprays. And I haven't done it yet, but I will. And what I love is that with the Mix It Up, you can kind of do your own thing. It's really up to you how you want to do it. It's just you're taking the sketch as inspiration, and it's really fun to see what everybody else creates. So definitely make sure that you go down into the description box below to see the full list of participants for this month, and check out what they did. The sketch that we're working on was actually created by Kimberly from I'd Rather Be Scrapbooking. So it's a really fun one, and you can interpret it however you want if you want to play along too. I am using as my base a Vicki Boutin foundation paper as my white cardstock, and I love using the foundation paper because it's super thick. It's really great for mixed media, especially if you're doing something with like a lot of layers. It just really holds things well, and the paper doesn't really warp. So I'm adding in some Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in the new color, which is, I can't remember, Saltwater Taffy. And I'm using that one mainly because it's part of my April kit, my April scrapbook kit that I put together. And so it was out on my desk, and I just, I really wanted to use it in more ways than just scrapbooking along with Shamel as she does her Best of Both Worlds live scrapbook things on YouTube. So that's my base. I used the package technique. I just took an old piece of plastic, sprayed the piece of plastic, and then smushed the piece of plastic down onto the white cardstock. And as I let that dry, I'm going to start doing some layering up to map behind my photo. And this is something that I've talked about a lot this year because I know a lot of people are doing no spend months, no spend years in terms of buying craft supplies. So this is a great way to use up items from your stash. I'm actually using up leftover pattern papers from last month's kit, and I'm just going to kind of layer them up. I'm inking the edges all in black so that everything kind of stands out a little bit more. And then because I don't have any more of the full size, 12 by 12 pieces of paper, doing a mixed media background is a great way to solve that problem. You can create your own background. So something else you could do if you don't have misting sprays or you don't want to use misting sprays, maybe you've got stencils. You could do ink and stencils, or even misting spray and stencils works pretty good. Or you could stamp your own background. I've actually done that before. Not for the Mix It Up Monday hops, but I have stamped my own background before. I'll have to maybe do another video for that, or think about that for next month's Mix It Up Monday hop. So basically, the way I'm interpreting this sketch, I have got my single photo. This is actually a 4x6 photo that I did cut down a little bit because I knew that the matting was going to go around it, and I didn't want to cover up too much of that mixed media there. I'm dabbing it with a tissue just to make sure it's all dry. I find that with a Vicki Boutin paper, the packaging technique, the ink really does seep into the paper really quickly, and it dries very fast. Splatters might still need a little bit of extra time because sometimes the liquid just kind of sits on top of the paper, and that I found that for other pieces of cardstock as well. But the packaging technique, that's a really fast way to do some mixed media because it dries really quickly. And then you can, go about your day, and you can get a layout done and then go do something else. You don't have to sit around and wait so long for the mixed media to dry. So I am going to keep my photo kind of in the center, the same as is shown in the sketch. There's a bunch of flower pieces going across the page on the horizontal in the original sketch. I'm not going to do any flowers or embellishments, but I did take a 12 by 12 paper strip, so that's going across the page. And then I'm layering on top a piece of, I think it was Fancy Pants Designs. Hold on, I see it here on my desk. It's called Lacy Bits, and it is from a manufacturer that I can't read because there's a sticker over it. Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah, it is Fancy Pants Designs. Yeah. So it's called Lacy Bits. I think I got it from Paper Issues a couple months ago, and I just kind of liked the different look it gives the layout, and it does actually add just a little bit more of dimension and texture. So, and I liked layering it on top of that piece of patterned paper strip because then it's the lace is like see through, so you can see the pattern paper peeking out behind it. I'm just hit something on my desk. I'm going to bring in some of the branding strips that I was saving from my last month's kit, and I'm going to use those to kind of come in on the side, just like in the original sketch, and my title will also be on that side underneath those 2 strips of paper. I did also ink those 2 strips of paper with my Hampton Art ink pad. I'm really into inking the edges of everything, so I would highly recommend giving that a shot sometime if you haven't done it yet, because it really does, especially when you've got a white background and you want something to really stand out against it. It's just a really great way to trim to make things stand out with layers against white background. However, it just makes things stand out really, really well. So now I'm trying to figure out how to create something on the right hand side here. I want a space to do some journaling, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to kind of layer these pieces. That all the heart eyes was from a cut apart. I think it was the Simple Stories cut apart. Part of it got cut off at the top, so I was just trying to I really wanted to use it, so I fussy cut it out of the cut apart, and I'm just trying to figure out the best place to put it. And as I'm inking the edges of all of this, I'm also reconsidering where I had originally wanted to put all of these pieces. So you'll notice that up before, I was going to place these up a little bit higher at the top of the photo. And then I was like, well, if I've got those paper strips coming in on the top left, I should really move this journaling spot down to the top or the bottom right, so that it's on a diagonal. Playing with diagonal lines is a really great way to create a nice shape in your layout, and it helps you figure out where to put your embellishments and all of that kind of thing. So always remember, play on the diagonal. And then I also, I'm going to pop up all the heart eyes on some foam squares just for some extra dimension, because that's what it's all about. I think the original sketch, there's actually 2 patterned papers, one as a matting for the photo, and then there's a larger one kind of behind it with a strip of paper kind of going down the middle. When I first saw this, I actually didn't realize that's what it was. So I was thinking, well, that's why I did my mixed media kind of over off to that side there, because that's where that pattern paper was. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get rid of that, and I'm just gonna make that mixed media. So that's what I did. That's where that came from. But obviously, you can do whatever you want, however you want with this sketch, and I can't wait to see what everybody else has done as well. The Mix It Up Monday Hop, I will have a link in the description box. I should let you know, because there's a Facebook group, and then you can find out when the new sketch for the following month goes live, and you can find out how to participate if you want to do it next month too. So I'm going to do a title here using 3 different alpha stickers, because of course I have to go through my stash to find enough stickers to make a title that makes sense for this. So I'm using the word proud is actually some Dollar Tree alpha stickers that I have gotten quite a bit of use out of. The number 2, some chipboard thickers from American Crafts. I had to add some extra glue to it because the chipboard's super not sticky anymore. Not that I think they were very sticky to begin with. And then those navy blue ones are Pink Fresh alphas. So the title is Proud to Scout, because this is a photo of my kid modeling her Daisy uniform right after we got it. She started Daisies this year. I'm the troop leader, so I'm sure you're going to see a lot of adventures in Girl Scouting photos coming up when I do process videos. If you are a subscriber to the channel, then you will know when those new videos go live. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on other scrapbook process videos. I do one every Tuesday. I also have a series, Scrapbook Cards Today magazine inspiration. I do hops like this Mix It Up Monday. I do off the board. So there's lots of fun, scrappy stuff going on my channel all month long. So I'd love to have you be part of that. I'm just going to add in my journaling. I do have to go back and look up the date for when this photo was taken. I wish that my photos would print with the dates on the back the way they used to when I had my Android phone. Now that I have my iPhone, the dates don't print on the back anymore. I used to think it was like a Shutterfly thing, and then I switched to persnickety prints, and I was like, okay, now I'm not going to have the dates on the back, no big deal. But I recently switched back to Shutterfly because I was having some problems with persnickety prints. I don't know what the deal is. So I'm like, oh great, I'll get the dates printed on the back again. No, it has nothing to do with the photo printer and everything to do with the device that you're using to take the photo. So that makes it difficult for me because I used to look on the back of the photo and be like, oh, this is the date for here. And then it was really easy to write it down as I'm scrubbing the page, but now I have to go back and look them up. Wah, wah, first world problems. So I'm going to add some sequins to here as well as a couple enamel dots. I already added the sequins using my Zotz Bling. They're very tiny glue dots. And then I'm going to add in a couple of these little Doodlebug Designs enamel hearts, which are so pretty, just because I wanted to add, again, different types of dimension. I like different shapes and sizes, and I like different layers of dimension on a layout. So I think these are a really great way. Sequins and enamel dots are a really great way to like build out embellishment clusters. You can see I don't really actually have a whole lot of embellishments on this layout, and that's okay. I am going to finish this up with some, what is the word? Those things, splatters, because I love using splatters. Again, I think that adding splatters, I'm doing 2 different colors, saltwater taffy and kitsch flamingo. I think splatters are a great way to also kind of like finish off a page and build out embellishment clusters as well. So that's just a little tip for you there. I hope that this video was inspiring. There are going to be some close-up photos. You can see things in a little bit more detail. Ooh, I'm adding a 3rd color too. I think that's Mermaid Lagoon. That color needs a lot of time to dry, just FYI. I hope that this was inspiring to you. If you have any questions or comments about the things that I've done in this video, please let me know down below in the comments and I will respond to you. Thanks so much for stopping by and I'll see you next time. Bye!